I wanted to issue one last reminder about the GoFundMe we're running for hurricane and earthquake relief. I know that everyone is completely wrapped up in the conference here as well, so what we've decided to do is extend the matching funds deadline to the end of day Friday. So you can get home, put in your credit card. No need to worry about that lawyer behind you writing down your credit card as you input the details at the conference or anything like that. So, so far, I think we're at $20,000. We're shooting for 50, so we're making good progress. Yep. And let's look back over the last 48 hours. It's been pretty incredible. We've had 3 unbelievable keynote speakers share inspirational stories that in a lot of ways were really humbling. We had a group of unbelievable speakers come to us and share their stories and knowledge, and I wanted to ask all of you to give a huge round of applause to the people that came here to speak and share information with you. I want to share a few snaps from the conference as well. The energy over the last 2 days has been incredible, and anytime I'm looking for a pick-me-up, I look at photos of ClioCon. It's just one of my favorite times of the year and something that leaves me on a high for literally months after the conference. You can see Sam Glover and some of his colleagues covering the opening keynote here. This was perhaps my favorite moment of the conference. Commander Chris Hadfield defacing the hotel. Haben, what a speech this morning. You know, we had the Clio Labs where we were able to get feedback from you and what you guys were so excited to see in the new Clio experience. We had the Smart Bar that we were worried a little bit, completely crushed in the first hour after the keynote. Things petered out a little bit after that, but there's definitely a lot of questions, a lot of interest after we announced the new Clio experience. I think the proudest moment I've had in my career at Clio was unveiling Apollo yesterday and seeing the reaction of the audience to what we have delivered to you. Phil Brown, our photographer, captured a pretty unbelievable shot during the keynote. I didn't know people could respond that way to software. You know, it's like winning a lottery. So this is my new pick-me-up photo. I again wanted to give a huge thank you to the partners that helped deliver this conference to you. Without their financial support, this conference would not be something we're able to deliver at the level we are today. I hope you all realize that no matter what you paid for your ticket, whether it's an early bird or full price ticket, the cost of delivering this conference per person far exceeds what you paid. And these sponsors and exhibitors, as well as some of Clio's own funds, go into putting on this conference at a loss, but we do it because we believe it's important to advance the state of the legal industry to where we want it to go. So thank you to Lexicata and LawPay, our diamond sponsors rather. And all of the other sponsors at Platinum, Gold, Silver, and Bronze for putting on this conference. Thank you. We've already seen a bunch of write-ups about Apollo, the new Clio experience. We've seen an unbelievable amount of interest. Our support team was relaying to us that they were inundated with requests from people outside of this conference to get access to the new Clio experience. And they feel like bouncers at a cool club, kind of, sorry, can't let you in yet. So you guys are in a very select group that everyone else wants to get into. And the word is spreading, and the reaction's been really, really positive. So thank you to our media sponsors for coming here, helping spread the word, and look forward to articles from them over the next series of days and weeks covering some of the keynote speakers and the topics that were discussed at the conference. Thank you. We have a lot of great prizes to give away as well. So what I'd like to do this year is change the order of things a little bit and announce the winners of these prizes and ask you to come up at the end of the closing remarks here to collect your prize so that we can keep things moving as fast as possible and go to the House of Blues and party as quickly as we can. So first of all, the Apple Watch Series 3 with GPS and Cellular. What I'll ask you to do if you're in the room, because you do need to be present to win, if you're in the room, just hold up your hand and scream, and we'll know you're here. Lynette Sansoni, are you here? Woo! Give her a round of applause. The Beats Series 3 Gold headphones goes to Paul Heron. Paul, you in the house? Here we go. Way to go, Paul. The brand new 13-inch MacBook Pro with USB-C connectors only goes to Dennis Voorhees. Dennis, you're in here? There you go, Dennis. Way to go. The Anker Power Core high-capacity external battery and charger goes to Nancy Herndon. Nancy, you're here? Nancy, way to go. Nobody went home. This is amazing. The Amazon Kindle goes to Eric Perkins. Eric, are you in here? There you go, Eric. Congratulations. These are the Bose Quiet Comfort 35s. They go to Jessica Carbajal. Jessica, way to go. And the Alexa Tap goes to Lori Gonzalez. Lori, are you in here? Yeah, way to go, Lori. Okay. I sure hope this person's in the room. The grand prize winner, this is an all-expense paid trip to Vancouver, BC. We'll put you up in a great hotel, pay for your meals, tour you around the city, host you at Clio HQ, and show you some true Canadian hospitality. The winner of this prize is Janet Gemmel. Janet, are you in here? Yeah? Come on up. Janet, come up for this prize. Janet Gemmel, come on up. Way to go. All right, Phil, you want to get a picture? Here, we'll get a quick picture with Phil. All right. Thank you. Congratulations. I also want to give a huge shout out to the winners of the Reisman Awards last night. Again, named in honor of our very first customer for law firm innovation. And the winners last night, we were able to celebrate with some pretty awesome videos. Admittedly, in a noisy bar with not great sight lines to the video screens. We will be posting all of the videos highlighting the winners to YouTube. And you can expect an email linking to those so you can watch those in the peace and comfort of your home when you get back. The videos are really impactful and inspirational to watch. So again, congratulations to Velo Wood, Ergo Law, the Height Law Group, the California Innocence Project, and ASA Law Group as our batch of inaugural Reisman winners. Congratulations, guys. I also know everyone in this room has a story to tell. So when we launch these awards in about 10 months for next year's conference, please consider submitting an application. We want to hear the stories that are in this room and recognize you through these awards. So let's recap the last couple of days and some of the themes. And in some of the keynotes and sessions, I think things really kind of pulled together and helped reinforce a very consistent story. We released the 2017 edition of the Legal Trends Report, and we really dug into this question of the missing 6 hours. What can we do to help improve the utilization rate in law firms? We looked at this as the tip of the iceberg, the issue we wanted to dig into. And we helped identify the places through this additional survey where lawyers are spending their time in places outside of actual billable work. We saw a couple of big red flags, a huge amount of time going into administrative tasks, more time that's going into trying to build your business and scale your practice. I know Mark Britton's talk tied really nicely into this as well, this idea that we need to be more consumer-focused in terms of how we're making our decisions and packaging our legal services. A big part of what we want what the Legal Trends Report is this year, and what it will become increasingly, is something that helps you understand consumers and package and deliver legal services that meet consumers' expectations and needs. We also helped you identify what consumers are looking for. And this is research we're doing not just to help you deliver services and respond to your clients in a way that's as impactful and as effective as possible, but also to help our software development team understand what Clio needs to be supporting. One of the inspirations for Project Hermes, the new WhatsApp for Lawyer product that we're working on, one of the inspirations for that was the very first data point we see here, highlighting the fact that responsiveness is top of the list in terms of what consumers are looking for. And what can we do that is lightweight and easy for you to manage that helps you be super responsive to your clients? And Hermes is part of that answer. Another value that the Legal Trends Report over time will help us deliver to you is an answer in terms of how you might be able to package your services on a fixed fee basis that lets you stay profitable, but lets you tailor your services in a way that are geared towards what consumers are looking for. And of course, we already have Clio Payments, which makes it ridiculously easy for you to activate online credit card payments in your Clio account, send invoices to your clients, and get those paid online. And reinforcing the keynote we saw from Gary Vaynerchuk last year, the future is without question mobile. We need to be moving towards a mobile first and eventually maybe even a mobile only world where we're delivering our legal services to clients through a mobile experience in a seamless way. It's still personal, it's still face-to-face, but it's augmented and supported by technology and delivering services in the ways that our clients are expecting. I talked about this flywheel as well, and I think it's one of those ideas that's so obvious, but only truly has the impact when you frame it in this way, let it soak in and kind of understand how critical relatively few levers are in terms of driving your business. And it's so clear that this customer experience piece is something that we need to be focusing on as an industry to take things to the next level. I also think the aspect of the cloud and being able to deliver legal services in a completely different way is a really powerful idea. We can lower the cost structure of delivering legal services to the cloud, through the cloud, and we can even change where you're running your law firm. Maybe you don't need expensive downtown commercial space for your law office. Maybe you can be doing some of this from home. Maybe you can be doing it from the suburbs. Maybe you can be delivering legal services in New York from a quiet little hamlet outside of the city, and doing that just as effectively as you could because of the technology support you've got thanks to the cloud. And in terms of growing the total market opportunity, this is a huge, huge opportunity. The US legal market is about a $300, $400 billion market. We know consumers are not accessing legal services when they should about 80% of the time. So we know we're leaving very roughly $700 billion on the table. And even if you compress that significantly, understanding that to tap into that latent market, it's going to be in a vastly different cost structure that is maybe a sixth or a seventh or a tenth of what it is today. This is still a 70, 80, 90, $100 billion opportunity for us to tap into if we can find out how to deliver legal services packaged up in a way that consumers want to consume them. And this is the kind of flywheel that we can use to not just survive but thrive over the next decade. And we want Clio to be the technology platform that is enabling that. This idea of one of our North Star metrics becoming the Net Promoter Score for your customers is something that I think is a really, really important idea, and something I went over pretty quickly in the opening remarks but didn't want to gloss over here. This is something that our software development team will be rowing towards in terms of every feature that we ship in these client-facing pieces like Clio Connect and Project Hermes. We want to be monitoring how we're impacting that Net Promoter Score. And the way that becomes really, really powerful for Clio is that it's powering our own flywheel. So I talked about the legal flywheel, and there's this amazing thing happening for us as well, where we've now become the world's most widely used practice management platform. And with that enormous customer base, we're getting more and more data to understand what makes lawyers effective. With the kinds of new features that we're developing in the future, we'll be able to better understand how lawyers can be acquiring customers more efficiently on a more cost-effective basis, and how they can deliver legal services to their clients in a way that leave them as recommenders, as net promoters, as happy customers. And we can double down on the software features that are driving that satisfaction. Our ultimate goal with Clio is to have Clio be a substantial competitive differentiator for you, our customers, to the extent that clients seek out lawyers that are using Clio because they know they will get a better experience. They know it will be an effortless experience. And we think that in turn will draw more lawyers to the platform, which will in turn help us get better and better insights on what is making lawyers successful and help the entire industry to thrive. And Clio, of course, benefits from that growth. So our success is tied up together, and I'm really excited about that opportunity to collaborate. The Clio Cloud Conference is all about collaborating together and inventing what the future of the practice of law looks like. And we really believe strongly that we are entering an era where practice management software is almost a limiting term for how we're describing things. We will continue to help make you more efficient, but optimizing things along this customer experience dimension is really something that we'll be focusing on and doubling down on over the next 10 years. So Clio, the term we've started using to talk about this, is the post-practice management era. We're moving beyond the practice management tools that we've built over the last 9 years. We're not done. We're going to continue refining and iterating here. But the way you'll see Clio evolve over the next decade is going to be really exciting and moving beyond just practice management. In shipping Apollo, in delivering the new Clio experience to you here, we were so eager to hear what the feedback was going to be from you, our customers. And the feedback has been tremendously positive. Maybe by round of applause, can you tell us how you're feeling about what you saw with the new Clio experience? Thank you. Something I've traditionally done on stage, it was a bit of a tradition over the last 4 years, was share the results of a hackathon that happened back at HQ. As we were in the smart bar, as we were in the product lab, hearing feedback from you, things that frustrated you, we would deliver some product fixes over the course of the 2 days of the conference, and I'd unveil what some of those big fixes were at the closing keynote. And it was a really well-received piece of the Clio Cloud Conference. And this year, we were actually really geared up at HQ to run down feedback we got from the conference here about what you wanted to see happen and improve in the new Clio experience. And we heard about some bugs, and we fixed a few tactical things, and those have been shipped to production just over the course of the last 24 hours. So we did that. But in terms of meaningful feedback, in terms of stuff that we got drastically wrong, I'm really happy to share we didn't hear much of that. There's not a lot that we got wrong in Apollo. We're certainly going to be refining and iterating on it over time. We have a platform that lets us move faster than ever in terms of what we can iterate on and deliver in the software. So keep giving us feedback, but there's no hackathon results to share at this year's cloud conference, and I actually consider that a win. I think the one thing we talked about that got everybody incredibly excited at the conference was Project Hermes. There's a lot of people that want to see this brought to fruition. Ainsley, one of our product managers, gave a presentation just an hour or two ago and she said essentially everybody in the room request beta access to Project Hermes. We're really excited about the direction we're going with this, and I think it perfectly embodies this amazing relationship that we're able to build with these various surveys, the Legal Trends Report, and the new platform we've built with the new Clio experience to help you deliver legal services in the way that consumers are looking to consume them. And this platform announcement sure got some attention as well. We are launching, or we launched rather, API version 4. We already have integration partners launching new products coded against API version 4. And most of our integration partners are working on porting their products over to API version 4, which in almost all cases will mean better integrations, improved integrations that help you accomplish more with our ecosystem than you've ever been able to before. The app directory is going to make it easier for you to discover, easier than ever to discover these integrations. And this launch code competition, I've already received emails from people promising to submit applications for this. They're already working on the products that will be featuring at next year's Clio Cloud Conference. And the $1 million fund is something that got a huge response as well. This is something that we will be able to deploy to accelerate all the developments that are happening on the platform. And to close out the closing remarks here, I also want to talk a little bit about the team, because one of the consistent pieces of feedback I've gotten over the last 2 days is kind of on two different levels. One is, really positive feedback about the new Clio experience, about what we've done with the product, but also really positive feedback on the team, the people that delivered the Clio Cloud Conference to you, maybe the people that you've talked to over the phone or live chat over the years as well. And I do really think that we've got a special, amazing team here at Clio, and it's something I'm super proud of. And what drives all of that is the core values that we apply as a company. And it was something that we actually hosted some members of the press at Clio earlier this month to highlight, give you kind of an advanced sneak peek into what we're building with Apollo and what we delivered at the conference here. And one of the comments was, when they saw our values on the wall was, those are pretty awesome values and kind of unusual in a lot of ways. So I wanted to spend a couple of minutes in the closing remarks here to share with you our company values. So number one, this is our first value, as you might expect. Customer success comes first. This is something that guides every decision we make at Clio. If it's not good for our customer, it's not the decision we make. Thriving as Team Clio is another really important value. We want to succeed and fail as a team. If we're not bonding together in both the wins and the great moments like ClioCon, we won't be able to survive in the moments that really challenge us, which inevitably will happen. This is one of the fun values, and one of the ones we always need to explain in job interviews. And it's draw the fucking owl. Draw the fucking owl is about a few different things, but the basic idea here is that at Clio, we don't micromanage people. We will give you a big, audacious goal, and we will not map out how to achieve it. Draw the fucking owl, step number 2. So that's kind of how things work at Clio. Live a learning mindset. We expect our team to be curious. No doors, only windows is about transparency. We're very transparent about every aspect of the business because we don't think we can truly vest our employees in our goals if they don't understand them. Staying fit and have fun and work hard, be agile are two related values. And a new value that we just introduced this year as well is a value called play to win. So before we close out, I want to talk about next year's conference. Our dates are 2018, October 4th and 5th. So I hope you've circled the dates on your calendar. Now you're wondering where is it? We're going to have it here again. We had phenomenal feedback about the conference here. I think this has been a lot of fun. I've been super impressed with the hospitality of the conference, the staff here at the Hyatt. I think it's a great hotel. And New Orleans is an incredibly fun city to visit. Last night was, I think, the best time I've had at any Clio parties, and I've been to all of them. Can we hear for the DJ last night, by the way? That guy was insane. So I think Lauren's already working on booking that DJ for next year. We had a great time. So a little bit later, by a week or two, but same location. And that's everything I've got for you. I want to end with 2 thank yous. One thank you is a sincere thank you to all of you, our customers, and for working with us over the last 9 years, but also especially over the last year as we built Apollo. And you had the patience while we essentially paused new feature development. We shipped a few things, but not a lot, because we were heads down, delivering, working really hard on this Apollo program. And I want to thank you for your patience while we did that, and I want to thank you for all the feedback you've given us over the years that let us achieve the vision of what we delivered with Apollo. So thank you. And Clio staff in the room, can we give a round of applause to our customers? The second thank you I want to give, and that I'll invite all of you to give as well, is to the Clio team as a whole. They have busted their ass over the last year. Thank you from me, and come on up, guys.